Now, this is an important topic. We got to talk about it. So this patient right here says, wish doctors didn't doubt their disease and try to refute it whenever you get help for it. I'm, first of all, so sorry that this happens to you. You know, I made a post a little bit earlier about people that come in with diagnoses that haven't actually been made by a diagnostician. This is very, very different than that. You are in one of two categories, and both categories are very valid. And so you must advocate for yourself. But you either have been diagnosed with a disease in the past and there is medical record for it, or you haven't been diagnosed with the disease, but you fear that disease, or you fear that you have that disease based on, you know, what you read and what people say and all this stuff. Regardless, both are valid. Both should be brought up to a physician, and time should be given to discuss this specific concern. Now, is that the way it always works? Nope, it's not the way it always works. Actually, I'd argue that most times it does not work like that. But here's how it really should happen. Whatever the disease is, whether you've been diagnosed with it or not, if you've been diagnosed with it, they need to do a record request, get all the records, and then they need to continue care of this problem if this is something that's within their scope. On the other hand, if it's never been diagnosed officially before, a workup needs to get done. A good history needs to get done. A good physical exam needs to get done. Excellent. Like, we need to get studies. We need to get appropriate blood work. And we also need to get blood work making sure that these symptoms that people feel aren't caused by something that they are not thinking of. We don't want to anchor too early, because assuming a diagnosis without getting the right data, that can actually be very harmful. I think I saw somebody earlier that said that they had symptoms for 10 years and were getting brushed off for an entire decade, and found out that it's been Lyme disease the whole time, right? And so to me, that's like, that kind of misdiagnosis is a nightmare. If you don't have a good relationship with your doctor and you're not able to access your doctor, as so many people in this country are unable to access their doctors, the chances of the average Joe with a medical problem falling through the cracks is far higher than what I think is acceptable. I'm so sorry this happened to you. I hope that you find the right kind of fit with the doc in the future. And I'm so sorry that you have obviously not been heard in the field of medicine.